everyone. So today we will start the topic compound interest, and this class is especially for class 10. So now we'll do from question number 11, and now question number 10 will be a homework. Okay, so this is from Ganit Prakash class 10 book from page number 113. Okay, now question number 11 is, let us write by calculating the difference between the compound interest and the simple interest on rupees 10,000 for 3 years at 5% per annum. Now in this case, in this particular problem, you have to find out the compound interest and the simple interest on rupees 10,000 for how many years? 3 years at 5% compound interest per annum. त यसमा तिमीहरूले यो compound interest र simple interest दुईटै निकाल्नु पर्छ. कति रुपैयाँमा? रुपीस 10,000 मा. त यो रुपीस 10,000 चाहिँ हाम्रो के भयो? Principal, and this time is 3 years, and the rate of compound interest per annum is what? It is 5%. So I think the question is clear. Okay, now let's do the solution. Now solution. So what is the principal here? Rupees 10,000 time n is equal to 3 years, and what is the rate of compound interest per annum? It is 5%. This is for the compound interest. Okay, now let us find out the compound interest first. We are given P, N and R. So what is the formula for compound interest? We know that CI is equal to P within second bracket. What will you write? 1 plus R upon 100 whole to the power N minus 1. So this is the formula for compound interest. So let us calculate this compound interest for how many years? 3 years. Okay. So therefore CI is equal to, what is P out here? Rupees 10,000. It is rupees 10,000, right? Then within second bracket 1 plus, what is R? R is 5. 5 upon 100 whole to the power, here N is 3, and then minus 1, right? So let us simplify it. Is equal to rupees 10,000 now within second bracket. So you can cancel here 5 and 100. You can cancel it by 5. So 5 ones are 5, 5 20s are 100, right? So 21s are 20 plus 1 is 21 by 20 whole cube minus 1. Is that right? So is equal to rupees 10,000. What is 21 by 20 whole cube? That means 21 by 20 is multiplied how many times? Thrice. That is 21 by 20, right? Into 21 by 20 into 21 by 20. Then write down minus 1. Is that clear? So now let us do the rough calculation, rough work. There in the page को तिम्रो आफ्नो पेपर को साइड में गर्नु राइट पट्टि रफ वर्क लेखेर. Now 21 into 21, right? So 21 into 21. Let us multiply them. 1 ones are 1, 1 twos are 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So this is 1, 4, 4, 1. That is 441, right? Again 441 is multiplied by 21, right? So this 441 is again multiplied by 21, because you have to multiply it 3 times, right? So multiply by 1, 1 ones are 1, 1 fours are 4, 1 fours are 4. Cross 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8, 2 fours are 8. 1, right? 4 plus 2 is 6. Takes a 8 plus 4, 12, 2, 1, 9. Right? 1 ones are 1, 1 fours are 4, 1 fours are 4. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8, 2 fours are 8. So after adding, what do we get? 1, 4 plus 2, 6, 8 plus 4, 12, 2, 1 is 9. So it is 9261. Okay? So write down. Is equal to rupees. It is 10,000 within bracket. What is 21 into 21 into 21? This one. 9,261. 9,261. Right? So we got 9,261 after multiplying 21 into 21 into 21. Right? Now next you have to multiply 20 into 20 into 20. So 20 into 20 into 20. How will you multiply it? So first of all, 20 into 20 into 20. Multiply 2 to 4, 4 to 8. Okay, 8. Right? So how many zeros are here? 3 zeros. So write 3 zeros after 8. 1, 2, 3. Then what do we write? Minus 1. Is that clear now? So let us simplify it now. Is equal to rupees 10,000. So here what's the LCM? 8,000. So numerator is 9261 minus 8,000 into 1. 8,000. That is LCM is taken. So below 1 there is 1. 8,001. 8,001. What is the LCM of 8,001? 8,000. 8,000 is divided by 8,000. That is 1. 1 is multiplied by 9261. That is 9261 minus. Now this 8,000 is divided by 1. That is 8,000. So 8,000 into 1 is 8,000. Right? Is equal to rupees. Now it is 10,000. Right? Into. Now subtract 8,000 from 9261. What do we get? 1 minus 0, 1, 6 minus 0, 6, 2 minus 0, 2, 9 minus 1, 9 minus 8 is 1, divided by what? 8,000. So now you can cancel here. This 3 zeros gets cancelled. Now 2 5s are 10, 2 4s are 8. So is equal to rupees. Now multiply by 5 here. 5 1s are 5, 5 6s are 30, 3, 5 2s are 10 plus 3, 13, 1, 5 1s are 5 plus 1 is 6, whole divided by 4. Is that right? That is 5 1s are 5, 5 6s are 30, 0, 3, 5 2s are 10 plus 3 is 13, 1, 5 1s are 5 plus 1 is 6. Now let us divide 6305 by 4. Okay. Now let's do again the rough work. So again rough work. So here the rough work is, now divide 6305 by 4. 6305. Alright. Now divide it. 4 1s are 4. Remainder 2, 3, 23, that is 4 5s are 20, 3 0, 4 7s are 28, 2 remainder 5, 4 6s are what? 24, 1. Now let us write in terms of decimal. Point, 0, 4 2s are 8, 2, 0, 4 5s are 4 5s are 20. So 6305 is divided by 4. So what do we get? Is equal to rupees 1576.25. So we get this as a compound interest. Okay. So let us write down the compound interest. What is the compound interest here? So I am rubbing this rough work. You have to show the rough work also, right? I am rubbing it, rough work, right? So we have compound interest is equal to rupees. What is it? 1576. 1576.25. 0.25. This is the compound interest. Now what is to be calculated? Now next we have to find out the simple interest. You know simple interest, isn't it? Again, write down the principle. What is the principle now? What was the principle here? The principle was, what was the principle? The principle was the principle was 10,000. The principle was 10,000. What is the time? Time is equal to 3 years. And what is the rate of interest per annum? The rate of interest per annum is 5%. The rate of interest per annum is equal to 5%, right? Now in this problem you have to find out both compound interest and simple interest, and you have to find out the difference between compound interest and simple interest, right? So therefore, what is SI is equal to, what is SI now? PRT by 100. This is the formula for simple interest. PRT by 100. Therefore, SI is equal to rupees. What is the principle here? 10,000 into what is the rate? 5 into what is the time? 3. Rate is 5, time is 3, P is 10,000, whole divided by 100. So here you can cancel. This 0000 gets cancels, right? So now let's simplify it. So therefore SI is equal to rupees. There is 100 into 5 3s are 15. Or SI is equal to rupees 15 into 100. It is 1,500. This is your simple interest. Now find out the difference between the compound interest and simple interest. What is the difference here? Difference actually here is compound interest minus simple interest. Now write down. Therefore, let us find out the difference. Difference is equal to CI minus SI is equal to rupees. What is the compound interest here? What was the compound interest? 1576.25 minus what is the simple interest? 1500, right? So which is equal to rupees. Now we can subtract it. In 1500 there is no decimal point. Where is the decimal point out here? It is after 1500. Okay, so 0.25. How can you subtract them? How can you subtract it? 1576.25. After decimal point there are two numbers, that is 25. So if there are numbers after decimal point, you have to read it as 0.25 but not 25, right? But there is no decimal point in case of 1500. That means decimal point is after the number, that is after 1500. So write down 1500 point. If you write point, you can add any zeros after decimal point here. So write 2 zeros, but you have to subtract it. So it is 5267. So rupees, it is 76.25. So this is the final answer. So what is the difference between the compound interest and the simple interest? The answer is rupees 76 rupees and 25 paise. Is that right? Is that clear to all of you? So you have to understand the question and you can do it. Okay? So you can copy it. So now, this question number 12 and question number 13 are similar type of problem. Okay, I will do question number 13, try to understand it, and question number 12 will be homework. As in question number 10 and 11, I gave you question number 10 as homework and question number 11 was done out here. So 10 and 11 are also similar type of problem. So if you understand question number 11, you can easily do question number 10, right? So number 10 is your homework. Okay, so in this case question number 12 is homework. Now I'll do question number 13 and these 12 and 13 are of similar type. Okay, so let's do question number 13. So let us write by calculating the sum of money. You have to find out the sum of money. Sum of money means principal. If the difference between the compound interest and the simple interest for 3 years becomes rupees 930 at the rate of 10% interest per annum. So you have to calculate the sum of money, that is the principal. If the difference between the compound interest and the simple interest becomes rupees 930 in how many years? 3 years at the rate of 10% interest per annum. So in this case also you have to calculate both compound interest as well as simple interest. And in this case, compound interest and simple interest, the difference is rupees 930. That is, compound interest minus simple interest will be equal to rupees 930. So you have to remember in mind that compound interest will always be greater than the simple interest. So you should write compound interest first. So compound interest minus simple interest is equal to rupees 930. So what is asked here? You have to find out the sum of money, that is the principal. So you have to assume the sum of money as X. Let us use algebraic method. Okay. So now let's do this problem. So solution. Let the principal be rupees X. Okay. Let us use algebraic method. So we have assumed let the principal be rupees X. Now first of all, let us calculate the compound interest first. Okay. So principal is equal to rupees X, right? N is equal to how many years? For how many years? 3 years. Is that right? Now what is the rate of interest per annum? R is equal to how much is? How much is it given? 10%. Now let us calculate the compound interest first. Okay. So you know the formula of compound interest, isn't it? So CI is equal to what is the formula for compound interest? It is P within second bracket 1 plus R upon 100 whole to the power n minus 1. That is your formula for compound interest. Now let us find out this compound interest. So which is equal to rupees, what is the principal here? We have assumed it as X. So within second bracket 1 plus, what is R? It is 10%, 10 by 100 whole to the power how many years? 3 years. Then minus 1, right? So now let us simplify it. So here you can cancel, this 0 gets cancels, which is equal to rupees X within second bracket. Now we can simplify it further. 10 ones are 10 plus 1, 11. 11 by 10 whole cube minus 1, right? Now let us do the simplification again. It's equal to rupees X within second bracket 11 by 10 into 11 by 10 into 11 by 10. Then what do we write? Minus 1, right? So is equal to rupees X. Now let us simplify or calculate 11 into 11 into 11, right? So you know that 11 11s are 121. Again multiply by 11. What do we get? 1 1s are 1, 1 2s are 2, 1 1s are 1. 1 1s are 1, 1 2s are 2, 1 1s are 1. So this is 1, 2 plus 1, 3, 2 plus 1, 3, 1. Right? So this is 1 divided by, what is 10 into 10 into 10? So how many zeros are here? 3 zeros. And you know that 1 1s are 1, 1 1s are 1. So how many zeros are there? 3 zeros. Write down 3 zeros after this 1. Then write down minus 1. Okay, understood? So you should do it in the rough work. Okay. So is equal to rupees x. So within bracket was the LCM. 1000 below 1, there is 1. You know how to get the LCM and simplify it, isn't it? 1000 and 1000 divided by 1 time. 1 into 1331, that is 1331 minus 1 day 1000 divided by 1000. So 1000 into 1, 1000. Right? So which is equal to rupees x into. Now subtract 1000 from 1331. What is it? 1 minus 0, 1. 3 minus 0, 3. 3 minus 0, 3. Divided by 1000. Which is equal to rupees. This is 331x. Multiply by x here. 331x divided by 1000. So this is your compound interest. Now what is to be calculated? You have to find out the simple interest now. Okay, let us find out the simple interest. So now again let us write down the principal, rate and the time. So principal was rupees x. What was the rate of interest per annum? It was 10%, I think. Is it correct? 10%? Yes, it is 10%. What is the time? Time is equal to 3 years. So we have calculated compound interest. Now you have to calculate the simple interest. Okay. So you know the formula for simple interest, that is PRT upon 100. So therefore SI is equal to PRT upon 100. Is that clear? Now let us simplify simple and let us find out simple interest. SI is equal to rupees. What is the principal? X. What is the rate? 10. What is the time? 3 divided by 100. Okay. Now 10 gets cancels. Or what is simple interest is equal to rupees. So x into 3 is 3x divided by 10. That is your simple interest. Okay. So now, what is the condition given in the question? It is given that compound interest minus simple interest is equal to rupees 930, isn't it? You can check the question. Compound interest minus simple interest is equal to rupees 930. Okay. So let us write down that condition. So right now, according to the question, so by question, what can you write? Compound interest, right? Compound interest minus simple interest is equal to what? 930. Or what was compound interest? How much did we get for compound interest? It was rupees 331x divided by 1000. Okay, is that right? Then minus, what was the simple interest? Simple interest is 3x by 10. It is 3x by 10. Correct? So is equal to, what do we write? 930. Now let us simplify it. Let us solve it to get the value for x. This is an equation. You know how to get the value for x. Here x is an unknown quantity, that is a variable. Okay. So x actually here is the sum of money or the principal. Okay. So let us solve it. What's the LCM? LCM of 1010 is 1000. 1000 is divided by 1000, that is 1, and 1 should be multiplied by 331x. What is it? 331x minus, again divide 1000 by 10. What do we get? 100, isn't it? So 100 into 3x, 300x, right? 1000 like 10 divided by 100 times. So 100 into 3 is 300x, which is equal to 930 divided by 1. So below 930 there is 1. Okay. So now what is 331x minus 300x? That is it is 31x divided by 1000 is equal to 930 divided by 1. So now you can do cross multiplication now. You can do cross multiply. So after cross multiplication, what do we get? So it is 31x is equal to 930. It is 930, right? Into 1000. Into 1000. Okay. Now what is the value for x? Now this is 31 into x. When 31 goes to the right hand side, it goes in the denominator on the right hand side. Okay. So it is 930 into 1000, this whole divided by 31. Right. So now you can cancel 930 by 31. So it is 30 times, because 31 into 3 is 93 and there is 0 here, 0 there. So you can write 30. So or x is equal to, how much is that? It is 30 into 1000 is 30,000. So actually what was x? Actually we had assumed this. Actually we had assumed this x as the sum of money or the principal, isn't it? So this is the required sum of money, that is rupees 30,000. So write down the answer. Required sum of money. Required sum of money is equal to rupees 30,000. So this is your answer. So what is required sum of money here? It is rupees 30,000. So this is the final answer. Understood? Similarly, you can do question number 12. So this is your homework. Okay? That is question number 10 and question number 12 now. So these are your homework. Okay? So you can copy it. We'll do the next question now. So अब हामी गर्छौं question number 14. And question number 14 and 15 are similar. Okay? So question number 15 will be your homework. Understood? The 14 जस्तै चाहिँ 15 छ, त 15 तिमीले घरमा गर्छौ. ठीक छ? त यहाँ के भन्दैछ भन्दाखेरि, if the rates of compound interest for the first and the second year are 7% and 8% respectively. Okay? So what is the rate of compound interest for the first year? For the first year, what is the rate of compound interest? 7%. And second year ma, what is the rate of compound interest for the second year? It is 8%. First year ma rate of compound interest 7%. Second year ma rate of compound interest 8%. Okay? So now, let us write by calculating the compound interest. You have to calculate the compound interest on rupees 6,000. For how many years? 2 years. These 2 years. So you 2 years ma, first year ma chai rate of compound interest per annum 7%. And for the second year, rate of compound interest per annum for the second year is 8%. Using these two rate of compound interest per annum, you have to calculate the compound interest on rupees 6,000 for these 2 years. So how can you do it? त्यसमा compound interest को knowledge हुनुपर्छ है. अस्ति नै मैले सायद in the first online class I told you about the meaning of compound interest, how it is calculated, isn't it? So यसमा के गर्छ? For the first year you have to find out the interest on a principal, and then you have to find out the amount. And that amount will be the principal for the next year. Is that clear? So in this case, we will use this method. Okay? So हामी यहाँ के गर्छौं? सबभन्दा पहिला हामी यो रुपीस 6,000 को, रुपीस 6,000 is the principal. यो principal को चाहिँ हामी पहिला के निकाल्छौं? For the first year हामी interest निकाल्छौं at the rate 7%. बुझ्दैछ? त पहिला म मेथड बुझाउँदैछु है. यो रुपीस 6,000 जुन चाहिँ प्रिन्सिपल छ, यसको इन्ट्रेस्ट निकाल्छौ for the first year at the rate of compound at the rate of 7%. At the rate of 7%. त यसको के निस्किन्छ? इन्ट्रेस्ट निस्किन्छ. त्यो इन्ट्रेस्ट हामी केसँग जोड्छौँ 6000 प्रिन्सिपलसँग जोड्छौँ अनि त्यही अमाउन्ट चाहिँ नेक्स्ट इयरको लागि के भएर जान्छ प्रिन्सिपल भएर जान्छ अनि फेरि नेक्स्ट इयर भनेको सेकेन्ड इयरमा त्यो जुन चाहिँ प्रिन्सिपल छ त्यो प्रिन्सिपलको हामी फेरि के निकाल्छौँ इन्ट्रेस्ट निकाल्छौँ एट द रेट अफ 8% पर एनम अनि लास्टमा जुन चाहिँ हाम्रो के निस्किन्छ इन्ट्रेस्ट निस्किन्छ त्यो इन्ट्रेस्ट फेरि हामी केसँग जोड्छौँ अमाउन्टसँग जोड्छौँ बुझ्दैछ हैन त यसरी हामी कम्पाउन्ड इन्ट्रेस्ट निकाल्न सक्छौँ सो लेट अस क्याल्कुलेट इट ओके सो नाउ solution for the first year okay for the first year what is the principal rupees 6000 right now what is the rate of interest what is the rate of interest for the first year I mean first year ko kam garदैछु 7% right अनि t is equal to कति भयो 1 year t is equal to कति भयो 1 year त यसमा हामी सिम्पल इन्ट्रेस्टको फर्मुला युज गर्दा पनि हुन्छ किनभने फर द फर्स्ट इयर कम्पाउन्ड इन्ट्रेस्ट एन्ड द सिम्पल इन्ट्रेस्ट आर सेम ओके सो देयरफोर what is simple interest simple you can write simply I also this I means simple interest so interest is equal to PRT upon 100 I is equal to कति भन्छ PRT by 100 so therefore I is equal to rupees what is the principal here 6000 it is 6000 into what is the rate in this case for the first year it is 7 into what is the time 1 divided by this is 100 is that clear so this double zero gets cancels or I is equal to rupees 7 zeros are 0 right 7 zeros are 0 7 6 are what 42 so this is the interest for the first year now let us get the amount for the first year okay so therefore what is the amount for the first year what is the formula A is equal to P plus I A is equal to P plus I or A is equal to rupees what is the principal here here the principal is 6000 right and what is the interest here 420 or what is the amount now it is rupees 6420 so this is the amount for the first year so what is the amount for the first year rupees 6420 and now this amount will be the principal for the next year okay now this amount will be the principal for the next year okay so now this amount will be the principal for the next year that is P is equal to rupees 6420 now what is the rate for the second year next year ko lagi rate कति थियो 8% and what is the time T is equal to के हुन्छ 1 year हुन्छ second year को लागि मात्रै second year भनेको from January to December that is 1 year so it is 1 year now let us calculate the interest on this principal 6420 you can use the simple interest method so therefore I is equal to PRT upon 100 right you can use the formula from simple interest or I is equal to rupees what is the principal now it is 6420 into what is the rate here 8 into what is the time 1 divided by 100 it is divided by 100 is that clear so now let us multiply or I is equal to rupees now let us multiply them so 8 zeros are 0 okay 8 twos are 16 right 8 zeros are 0 8 twos are 16 6 1 8 fours are 32 plus 1 is 33 3 8 6 are 48. 48 plus 3, 8 6 are 48 plus 3 is 51. So divided by 100. Okay. So now let us check it once again. 8 zeros are 0, 8 twos are 16, 6, 1, 8 fours are 32, 32 plus 1 is 33, 8 fours are 32, plus 1 is 33, 3, 8 6 are 48, 48 plus 3 is 49, 50, 51. So this is the interest. So therefore, interest is equal to rupees. How much is it now? Now you can divide it by 100. Okay? You can divide it by 100. What do we get? If it is divided by 100, so after 1 there are 2 zeros. So in the numerator you have to write down decimal point before 2 figures from the last. Okay? The 0 र 6 को अगाडि चाहिँ के आउँछ? डेसिमल आउँछ. यो 1 को पछाडि दुईटा 0 छ भने माथिपट्टि दुईटा फिगर को अगाडि डेसिमल लगाउनु. त कति भयो? रुपीस 513.60. So this is your interest. Is that clear now? As a next. So next, what will you do? You have to find out the amount again, isn't it? You have to find out the amount again. So how can you get the amount? Amount is equal to principal plus interest. Okay? So therefore, A is equal to P plus I. Right? So or A is equal to rupees. What is the principal here? 6420. 6420 plus this is the principal now. 6420 plus 513.60. Let us add them. So or A is equal to rupees. Let us add them. So there is no decimal point in 6420. That is, the decimal point is after 6420. Okay. So if you add them, what do we get? 0.60, 3 plus 0, 3, 2 plus 1, 3, 5 plus 4, 9, then it is 6. This is the amount after 2 years. Okay. So we have got the amount as rupees 6,933 and 60 paise after 2 years. Okay. But in this case, you have to find out the compound interest. So how can we get the compound interest? You have to subtract principal. At the beginning, the principal was 6,000. That should be subtracted from this 6,933 and 60 paise. Okay. So now write down. Therefore, CI, compound interest, is equal to A minus P. Or CI is equal to rupees. What is the amount in this case? What is the amount in this case? 6933.60 minus. What was the principal at the beginning of the first year? It was 6,000. It was 6,000. Now we can subtract it. You know how to subtract it, isn't it? Or, so compound interest is equal to rupees. Now we can subtract it. 0.60, 3 minus 0, 3, 3 minus 0, 3, 9 minus 6 is, right. 0.60. Take some 0.60. You have to write here 3 minus 0, 3, 3 minus 0, 3, 9 minus 0, 9. So this is the final answer. So subtract 6,000 from 6,933 and 60 paise. You will get 0.60, 3 minus 0, 3, 3 minus 0, 3, 9 minus 0, 9. So this is the final answer. That is the required compound interest is equal to rupees 933 and 60 paise. So this is the answer. So I think you have understood it. So you go through this question and you can do question number 15. It is similar to this question number 14. Okay. So you can copy it. We'll do the next question now. So now let's do question number 17. And number 16 is your homework. So these 16 and 17 are also similar type of problem. So if I do question number 17 now, you can easily do question number 16 at home. Okay. So let's do question number 17. That 16 is your homework. Okay. Try to do it. Okay. So number 17 is, if the simple interest and the compound interest of a certain sum of money for the 2 years are rupees 8,400 and rupees 8,652 respectively. That is, simple interest is given as 8,400 and the compound interest is given as rupees 8,652. Right? Simple interest is 8,400 and compound interest is 8,652. Right? So you have to write down, you have to find out the sum of money and the rate of interest. Sum of money means you have to find out the principal and you have to find out the rate of interest per annum. So let us calculate it. Okay. Now solution. Let the sum of money, be rupees X and the rate of interest, you have to calculate the rate of interest and the rate of interest be what? Y%. So sum of money is assumed as rupees X and the rate of interest is assumed as Y%. So let us calculate simple interest first. Okay. So therefore SI is equal to, what is the formula? It is PRT upon 100. Okay. So or SI is equal to rupees. What is the principal out here? We have assumed it as X. Sum of money means principal X. What is the rate of interest? We don't know. Y. What is the time here? Time for how many years? 2 years. Here the given time is how many years? 2 years. Okay. So T is 2 divided by 100. Right. So you can divide 2 by 2 and 100. You can cancel them by 2. 2 ones are 2. 2 50s are 100. That is, what is the simple interest now? Therefore, simple interest is equal to rupees. It is XY upon 50. X into Y is XY divided by 50, right? So rupees, this is XY divided by 50. That is your simple interest for how many years? 2 years. Okay. Now let us calculate compound interest. Now again, what is the principal in this case? Rupees X. What is the time? 2 years. That is the value for N for compound interest. Right? What is the rate? Rate of interest. That is your Y%. Okay? Now you have to write down the formula. Before you calculate this compound interest, let us put the value for SI. In the question, this simple interest was given, isn't it? The simple interest was given as 8,400, right? So let us write, what is SI? 8,400 is equal to, you don't have to write rupees again. So XY divided by, this is 50. Okay. So below 8,400 there is 1. Now you can do cross multiplication. So or you can write 1 into XY. XY is equal to 8,400 into 50. Is that clear? Or what is the value for xy? Or xy is equal to, what is it? Now let us multiply them. After 84 there are 2 zeros. After 5 there is 1 0. 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 zeros. Let us write 3 zeros here. Now 5 fours are 20. 0, 2. 8 fives are 40 plus 2, 42. That is xy is equal to 4, 2, and how many zeros are there? 4 zeros. Okay. Let us mark it as number 1. Is it clear now? So now, let us calculate compound interest. अब चाहिँ हामी compound interest calculate गर्छौं. Now, what is the principle? Principle was rupees X. What is the time? Time, that is the value for n, is equal to 2 years. Right? As a next one is, what is the rate of interest per annum? What was the rate of interest per annum? It was assumed as y%, because you have to calculate both principal as well as rate of interest. Okay. Now write down the formula for CI, compound interest. So compound interest is equal to, what is the formula? P within second bracket 1 plus r upon 100 whole to the power n minus 1. So here second bracket is closed. Okay. Now here CI was given. What was CI, compound interest? What was the compound interest? It was given as 8652. Compound interest was 8652 is equal to, what is the principal? What was the principal? Principal was x. 1 plus, what is r? Y. Divided by 100 whole to the power, what is the value for n? That is 2. Then write down minus 1. Second bracket is closed. Understood? So now, how can we simplify it now? So let us simplify it. Now this is in the form a plus b whole square. Don't take the LCM and simplify it. Okay? So let us use the formula a plus b whole square. You know a plus b whole square, isn't it? What is a plus b whole square? Can you tell me what is a plus b whole square? You have done it in class 7, I think. That is a square plus 2ab plus b square, right? So a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. That is the formula. Or 8652 is equal to x within second bracket. What is a whole square? It is 1 whole square. Plus 2 into what is a? 1. What is b? Y upon 100. We are using that formula. Plus what is b whole square? Y upon 100 whole square. Then write down minus 1. Is it clear to all of you? So we have got this simplification. Okay. Now next, or 8652 is equal to x within bracket. What is 1 whole square? 1 plus, you 2 100 like how the times here? 50 times. That is plus y by 50 plus y by 50, then plus, what is y whole square? Y square. This square is for both numerator as well as denominator. So square is in the numerator, that is y square, and square is also in the denominator. What is 100 whole square? 100 into 100. 4 zeros and 1 should be there. That is 10,000. Right? 1 and 4 zeros are there. Then write down minus 1. Is it clear? Okay. Now multiply by x here. Before that, subtract this one. 1 minus 1, 0. Okay. Or 8652 is equal to, now multiply by x. This is xy by 50 plus, next it is xy square divided by, this is your 10,000. Right? So, or now this is 8652 is equal to xy by 50 plus Now we can write xy into y divided by 1 and how many zeros? 4 zeros. Okay. Now now this is 8652. Let us write down the value for xy. What was xy? What was xy? Can you remember it? So now xy was 4, 2 and 4 zeros. Okay. So xy is 4, 2 and how many zeros? 4 zeros divided by 50. Right. Plus here also you have to substitute for xy. What was the value for xy? 4, 2 and how many zeros? 4 0 into y divided by 1 and 4 zeros. Right? So let us simplify it. So 1 0 1 0 gets cancels. Okay? So you can cancel these 4 2 and 3 zeros by 5. 5 ones are 5. 5 eights are 40. Right? 20. 5 fours are 20 and how many zeros? 2 zeros. Here also you can cancel these 4 zeros gets cancels. Understood? We are simplifying it. We are calculating it. Okay? Or 8652 is equal to, now this is 8400 plus, now this is 42y. This is 42y. Is that clear to all of you? I think you have understood it. Now let us simplify it. Now 8400, that is 8400, take to the left hand side. Or 8652 minus 8400, take it to the left hand side, it becomes minus 8400 is equal to 42y is equal to 42y, right? Or now cancel, now you have to subtract. Subtract it 2 minus 0, 2, 5 minus 0, 5 and 6 minus 4 is 2. Right? So this is your 252 is equal to 42y. So is equal to 42y. So what is the value for y? Let us take that 42 to the left hand side. So it goes to the denominator. 252 divided by 42 is equal to y. So 42 le 252 la kati times answer? 6 times. So that means y is equal to 6. Okay. So we have got the value for y. What was y? Actually, it is rate of interest per annum. That is your 6%. Now we have to get the value for x. Where will you put this value of y? In equation 1 to get the value for x. Now right now, putting the value of y, in equation 1, right? Putting the value of y in equation 1. So what do we get? Putting the value of y in equation 1, what do we get? Therefore, xy is equal to 4, 2 and how many zeros? 4 zeros. From equation 1, we had xy is equal to 4, 2 and 4 zeros. 42 and 4 zeros were there. Or x into what is y? It is 6 is equal to 4, 2 and 4 zeros. Or what is x is equal to? 4, 2 and 4 zeros divided by, that is 4,20,000 divided by 6. Into 6 is there. When this 6 goes to the right hand side, it goes to the denominator, that is 6. 6 ones are 6, 6 sevens are 42, and how many zeros are there? 4 zeros. That is, therefore, x is equal to 70,000. So in this case, what is to be calculated? You have to calculate both the sum of money and the rate of interest. In this problem, you have to calculate both the sum of the money and the rate of interest. The sum of the money or principal was assumed as x. That means here the x, what is the value for x? It is 70,000. So what is the required sum of money? It is 70,000, right? So required sum of money is equal to rupees 70,000. And actually what was y? Y was the rate of interest per annum, isn't it? So therefore rate of interest is equal to y%. Y% is equal to 6. That means 6%. So these are the two answers. So that is required sum of money is rupees 70,000 and the required rate of interest is equal to 6%. So these are the two answers. Okay. Similarly, as in this problem, you can do number 16. Okay. So number 16 is your homework. Okay. So this much is for today. तिमीले आज पनि जति पनि गरेछौ सबै घरमा प्र्याक्टिस गर्नु, ठीक छ? तिमीले यो भिडियो हेर्दाखेरि सुरुदेखि अन्तसम्म राम्रोसँग केयरफुली हेर्नु, बुझ्ने चेष्टा गर्नु, बुझेन फेरि रिपिट गर्नु, रिपिट गर्दैन बुझेन भने चाहिँ तिमीले मलाई कमेन्ट गर्न सक्छौ, अर्थात यु क्यान कल मी. ओके, सो दिस मच इज फर टुडे. सो थ्याङ्क यू.